following program contains strong language and is not suitable for viewers under 18.
Let's talk about sex. It's time we slice through the smoke and mirrors, sex down the hidden depths of relationships. Because we've got new.
Let's say you've kissed 15 guys, you've let 3 of them touch your breast, and you've only had sex with 1. But in total, you've been at dates with 20 different guys.
That's cool.
Yeah. How many men have penetrated you?
Exactly, because I think men cannot deal with the fact that my woman has been with several
Absolutely.
men.
It's a dominance thing.
Do you understand?
It's a territorial thing.
If you have ever had the very weird and uncomfortable conversation with somebody you're trying to date or someone you're already in a relationship with about, so how many people have you been with? Then make sure you stick with us this episode because we're talking about body count. This is Love Lounge and we're with you for the next 50 minutes.
Welcome to Love Lounge. Now, I have 2 amazing guests with me. I say this every week, and every week it's true because we do our very best to make sure we give you the balanced view that you need. One of them is Joshua.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
And the delectable Liole as well, who's with us. Hi. So, you guys need to absolutely break it down for me this episode. Let me know what you think about body count. Does it matter how many people you've been with? And should you ever answer that question when someone says, so babes, I really like you, but tell me, how many men have you dated? How many men have you slept with? What do you think, Liole?
I think that's a very dicey issue because I hear a lot of, and because from the people I have spoken with and my past experiences, I know that men don't really forget. And men internalize a lot of things.
So why do they ask?
Because they want to know.
Well, why do you want to know something that may potentially hurt our relationship?
I really don't know, but men just want to know. And quite a number of men can deal with it, but we still have a lot of men who cannot handle it. The moment you tell them that, look, I've been with 20 men, the relationship changes. Do you understand? He can't handle it. But some even think they can, and they cannot handle it. Right. So I know people say honesty is the best policy, but really, some men cannot handle it. So whatever happened in Vegas, let it stay.
Well, technically,
so is that the trick then? Should I not really count so that I don't perjure myself? So if you tell me how many people have you been with, I can be like, oh, 1, because I'm counting this year. Is that okay? Because technically I'm not lying.
The thing is this, you're right. Some men cannot handle it. The fact of the matter is we're asking because our ego is telling us to ask, but our mind might not be able to process the response.
So what is it about the male ego that wants to know?
It's dominance. You know, we're trying to know that, okay, this is my woman. I need to know who's been here before me. You know, I need to know the history and whatnot. So sometimes I say, you know, as women, you got to be a bit more cunning with your response. You know, be shrewd with your response.
So that should be, okay, give me an example of a suitable response to how many men have you been with?
Well, to be quite honest, anything more than when you start to say about 5, 6, 7, then boy, red flag.
Oh, wow. So I should reduce my number.
I did. Okay.
And then be coy about how I respond. Like, oh, really? You? No, but darling, babes. Like, how do I respond?
I'd say, look, try and be as honest with yourself. I mean, for your own health and safety reasons, you got to know your numbers.
If I've been with 35 people in the past 3 years, how do I be honest?
No, on a serious note, don't tell a guy.
You know what? There are rare cases where a man meets a girl through probably she's a runs girl. How you term the new way of prostitution?
I don't call it runs girls. It's body entrepreneur.
I like that. That's a new one.
We can just
but
She's not.
Okay.
I've heard of cases where a man meets a girl through that means and falls in love. Do you understand? Wow. But it shows that he knows that she has probably been with several men and he doesn't mind.
You can't know. It's an assumption, right?
It's an assumption.
You're assuming.
To be quite honest, I think...
For all you know, you're the first man I've ever allowed to touch me.
Tell you that.
Well, the fact of the matter is this. You're right. She probably wouldn't tell you that. The fact of the matter is this. And sometimes I do believe that women, you know, it's good to get to know the type of person that you're dealing with. And if in the case where you're processing, you're seeing this person or this man and how he handles the small things. And when he gets to something as monumental as body count, you got to be very tactful how you do
now the
this.
motivational speaker in the house is about to break it down and explain to us how to motivate the man in your life to accept the number 35 of people you've been with in the past month. Joshua.
Look, first thing first, all right? I'm not a judgmental person.
And I think most men are open to, regardless of what your number is. I mean, relationships is about accepting. Now, I'm just saying, if it's a number that you think would scare your partner, maybe you should just be, you know, be selective of how you release it, or be very tactful, be gentle how you release it. Because if you're just meeting a guy and you're saying, look, all right, I've been with over 20 guys in the space of 2 years. The fact of the matter is that he's not thinking, okay, 20 guys. He's thinking, I wonder how many of these people that I might know. You know what I'm saying? And
but what if you haven't had sex with 20 guys? Let's say you've kissed 15 guys, you've let 3 of them touch your breast, and you've only had sex with 1. But in total, you've been on 20 dates with 20 different guys.
That's cool.
That's okay.
Listen, the key word there.
I have a problem with that.
Is it only the sex they have?
It's the sex.
Yeah.
How many men have penetrated you?
Exactly, because I think men cannot deal with the fact that my woman has been with several men.
It's a dominance thing.
Do you understand?
It's a territorial thing. It's a territorial thing. When you think about it.
So tell me about that from a guy's perspective. Why is it that when women don't usually ask? Do women normally ask, Layole?
I don't think women care.
I think women are not.
As long as you're not giving me any STDs, and you're not HIV positive. I don't think women particularly care. But that's a problem. It's okay for a guy to sleep around. It's not okay for a girl to sleep around. But who is the guy sleeping around with in the first place? It's the same women.
Oh.
Well, the fact of the matter is that it's been...
Because you're not sitting there wanking off by yourself, are you? So, I mean, a woman would be even more worried if all you're doing is doing hand jobs by yourself every night. Because it means you can't handle all of this.
The fact is this, right? It's been an age-old scenario. You know what I'm saying? Even from our fathers, our great-great-grandfathers, from the cavemen. Men have always been seen to always be, to one of the ways that we used at some point meant to define our masculinity was how many women we could conquer. You know what I'm saying? So it became a normal, I don't want to use the word norm for lack of a better word, but it became almost acceptable that, okay, this is where polygamy came into it. You know what I'm saying? This is where and if you look into it, some parts of our culture is kind of embedded into the fact that it's kind of okay for men to, which I'm not condoning, I'm not saying this is right. However, you have to understand that community and society, it's become like a cliche. It's become part of what makes our society what it is.
So if that's what makes our society what it is, does that also mean that there are certain roles that women are supposed to play? And I mean that in terms of, do men generally want their women to be saintly on the streets? Or do they want their women to have that appearance of being body confident, sexually confident on the streets? What do you reckon?
The thing is this, every man has different preference, all right? Some men are so dominating that is a thing whereby they don't want their women to be seen by anyone else. So if in the case whereby their women are...
So you should be seen, not heard, kind of thing.
Well, heard, not seen. With some men's case, like, I don't want anyone else looking at you. I don't want anyone... Why are you wearing that kind of thing? Don't draw any attention to yourself. And on the flip side of it, you have some men who take pride in showing off their women. You know what I'm saying? And in cases like that, you will find that these men would actually, if you said to them, okay, I'm sexually experienced, for some men, it would even be a turn on, which simply means, okay, I don't got to do much. You got the experience as long as you clean. So again, it comes back down to the preference of the individual.
Now, Layole, I find it interesting that a lot of these guys who normally would say, I wouldn't date this girl because I've heard she went out on a date with this person or that person, are the same guys who would be like, oh my goodness, I just need one night with Beyonce. I just need one night with Nicki Minaj. And these people are voluptuous. Their music is very suggestive. The way they dress is suggestive. They're very, very sexual. Yes. So what do you think it says to men who are attracted to women like that? And attracted to women who sometimes in the papers, we already know somebody like Khloe Kardashian, how many people she's had sex with this year alone, and men are still attracted to her. But then the girl next door, you're like, no, I can't touch her because her body count is high.
Because, Erica, I think men really sometimes don't know what they want. I think men don't know what they want. They go with the flow. You see, social media has exposed us to a lot of things. Men will castigate and ostracize and insult Nigerian girls who are very sexual and very comfortable with their body.
But they also want us to be sexy, right?
Yes, they want us to be sexy. Do you understand? But they will insult you. But like Kim Kardashian's picture, like Miley Cyrus's picture, like Kylie.
Miley Cyrus. Wrecking ball. And her nakedness.
No.
Twerking on stage.
Give us some ratings now.
Today I'm bisexual, tomorrow I'm straight.
And then guess what? The girls with, their boobs popping out and their bum out there and in bikinis and all, you see they have high numbers of likes and they slide into their DMs. But they tell you, the girl next door who is very sexy, they tell you that they can't be with her. So I think most times, men really don't know what they want.
The fact is this.
And then you tell a man will tell a girl that, you know what, I don't want you, I like your
your natural hair. I don't want a lot of makeup. But he's chasing a girl whose hair is on fleek, eyebrows on fleek, you know, who is half naked with bum shots all around the whole place.
Okay.
Meanwhile, you're telling your girlfriend not to do the same thing, but you're attracted to that same thing you're telling her not to
I feel like Joshua has
Josh, please explain
very
to
valid
us. Let us
response,
know
right?
what the
Okay.
issue
I'm
is.
gonna come back.
What exactly do you guys want?
All right, real quick.
Okay.
Now, she just said, what do men want? Why are we chasing after them? Here's the thing. There's two categories. There are some women that you wife, and there's some women that you lust after.
That sentence.
Wait. Let me say this. When you're with a woman that you know this is my wife and whatnot, you see, there's some attributes that you as a woman, you as a man, some attributes that you have and you appreciate in a woman that you wife, right? Now, people that you lust after, you just look at them, they just eye candy. That she's got big bum, she's got the butt. It doesn't mean I want to take you home. I could never take you home. You know what I'm saying? I could never
You'll take her home to add to your body count, but you won't marry her.
Of course not, absolutely not.
So her
But
body count has gone up.
Because and
And she
my next
will
point.
not be wife.
She wouldn't be wifed. Well, she could be wifed because, like you rightly said before, you know, there's some men who fall in love with that stuff. Now, here's the thing. The fact of the matter remains that as men, you just said that sometimes we don't know what we want. The fact of the matter is that, look, nobody knows what they want until they see it sometimes. And the fact remains that us men, we're very visual. We can be extremely visual sometimes, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to lose my mind to it. Now, this old body count thing, as men, is a thing whereby, you look, some men talk about it to brag. I've done this, I've done that. But no man ever wants to be in a position whereby another guy's come and say, oh, your girl, I've been there. Whoa. Absolutely not. It's a thing.
But it's okay for a woman to be like, oh yeah, your man, I've been there.
Of course it's not okay. Of course it's not okay.
Okay, I'm going to
But
read
you
the
know what,
Facebook message
but you know
now.
what I have realized, Eureka and Josh? I think quite 80% of people you have around are not truthful about their body counts.
Absolutely.
A lot of people. People never tell
So
you
do you
the
think
real
the
numbers.
men give, if you ask a guy how many people have you been with or how many girls have you been with, they're more likely to increase their number and women are more likely to lie and give you a lower number?
Yes, I think
so it goes in the opposite direction.
So too.
The thing is
Yes.
this, let me just say this real quick. This whole issue of body count and, you know, men being easy is because women put it on. You see, as much as some women will be reserved, girls make it easy for most men. It's ridiculous.
It's true, I agree with him.
Girls make it
Yes,
easy. As
I
much as we
agree.
want to
Make
keep
it
us,
easy how? To be
they
judged
give
or
them,
to...
no, sexually, to give them
Yes,
something. Like,
I
for example,
agree.
if I'm chasing a woman and you're being so extra hard and being so difficult, as a woman should be, but then I know that I could just call up this one who, in a matter of seconds, will be in my house ready to do
No,
whatever.
in fact, right now, if you're playing hard together, the guy is wondering what the problem is
what's the
with
big
you.
deal? Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
I'm
Because
getting this
society,
easy everywhere.
exactly,
So why are
absolutely.
you different from every other person?
Absolutely.
Do you
But a
understand?
man who knows what he wants and he sees the worth in who you are as a woman.
But
will
if
put
you're a
up with it.
woman with a high sex drive and you also want to have the value system where you're rewarded or you're appreciated for who you are, and so you're not viewed as a slut or a hoe, whatever the phrase is, then what do? You enjoy you embrace your sexuality, you enjoy having sex. But you also want to be appreciated as a woman and not treated like, oh yeah, because you sleep around, that means I cannot appreciate you, you have to be devalued. You know, then what do? Because for you, you're not viewing as body count. For you, it's an experience. You're choosing to share your time with somebody.
Well, the fact of the matter is, as a woman, if you want to be viewed as a woman, as you're doing your thing, absolutely, there's nothing wrong with that. And if you have a high sex drive, I'm sure you can have a body that you can have an agreement with. I'm saying it prevents you from sleeping around, but still you have someone that services
So
you.
the solution would be getting a friend with benefits, just to
be
have one
surprised.
person as opposed to 10
As opposed
people.
to 10 people. That's one way to go
Because
about
I
it.
know that the society here frowns at women who slip around.
Absolutely.
There's no other way to see it.
Absolutely.
You're a hoe, you're a slut, you're this, you're that. Society frowns at it.
Absolutely.
All of the time. But you know, the truth of the matter, if we want to be really truthful with ourselves, women have become very adventurous. Gone are
yes,
the days where
absolutely.
a girl will stay with a guy for 10, 20, 30 years or, you know, whatever it may. Women are very adventurous. You see women who have partners and they're, you know, having one-night stands with other guys and all of that. Women have become very adventurous. So even if society frowns at it, women are still doing what they want to do. If you have a high sex drive, you go with
And do what you need to
exactly
do.
and enjoy
Absolutely.
it.
Yeah.
Very
So-
quick one now. There's a message from Lekan Adeleye on Facebook who says, hello, Orica. It beats me how women constantly snoop on their man because of the general notion that men can't help but cheat. I am a very faithful man to the core, and I don't believe in having multiple sexual partners. What other way can I prove this to her so we can enjoy a stronger relationship? based on body count, I feel like it makes sense that most women will think a guy is sleeping around because, again, you guys get away with your body count. So for Lekon Adelaye, how can he prove to his girl that I'm a one-woman man, I'm not sleeping around, I'm not interested in anybody else but you?
Are they married or are they still?
I believe, no, they're dating.
Just dating?
Yeah. Yeah. Boyfriend, girlfriend.
Just be open with her, literally, because another thing is if you try too hard, a girl will look at you and be like, yo, why are you trying so hard? You know what I'm saying? Just be open with her. If she wants to go through your phone, let her go through it. If you have nothing to hide, just be open with her. Don't force it, be as natural as possible.
And then, you know, in as much as a lot of women think men are two-faced and very sneaky and very deceitful, I agree with him. There's still, you know, quite a number of men who are good men out there and
like
who don't who don't cheat on their wives, you know. So I think, just as Josh said, be open, you know. Let her just be you in the relationship. Let her know that, look, it's you and you alone. You know, as long as you're not sneaky, you know, you're not dodging, you're not locking phones, you know, you're not having private conversations when your phone rings, you're not hiding. You know, it's very easy to know a man that cheats. We women know, you know. So just be you and enjoy the relationship and let her know that, look, it's you, you and you.
Would you say in this situation, giving full disclosure is important? So the guy should actually say, these are all the people I've dated in my life, these are my ex-girlfriends or the one-night stands or the whatever. Would that make his girlfriend feel a lot more secure with full disclosure?
That could
so there's no skeletons.
That could go either way. Because if she's already insecure about him as it is, him coming out to say this could actually tip the balance in the opposite direction. She'll think, because you've done this, that means there's a good chance that you might do it again. Some information as body counts or, you know, how many sexual partners you've had. Personally, I believe that if in the case whereby, if it doesn't come up, if in the case whereby, because people think they can handle it, both male and female alike. We think we can handle it until the reality is standing right in our face. So if in the case whereby it doesn't come up, don't bring it up. Personally, I think don't bring it up. And if one partner is curious, if a woman like that, if you know, it's okay, babe, I'm going to tell you everything, and she's already insecure or she's a bit touchy about things, oh, you're not going to make it worse.
For me, I think important things like how kind of a committed person are you? Do you understand?
True.
How do you love? Do you know, what are your likes? What are your dislikes? Do you understand?
Absolutely.
I think because, you know, I say that people go into relationships for different reasons. A lot of people, I know that men are very visual and, you know, you're attracted to very beautiful things. But, I think the mind of a person is very important.
So important.
The heart of a person is very important. Do you understand? So if we begin to look at those types of qualities and ask important questions like that, I think relationships will last longer.
Absolutely. I mean, to add to that, I think, especially from a guy's perspective, it's not. I like it personally when it's on the offset. You know, getting into a relationship. It's question his ambition. You know, see where his head's at. And if in the case, see what's going on through there. Because sometimes if a guy's head is not in the right place, then he will end up being a body count. And if you want something more than a body count, see where his head's at, see where his ambitions are. Ask him, you know, a year from now when you see yourself, what matters to you? Are you married? Is anyone married to you? You know what I'm saying? It's a thing where, but you got to know where they're at. And ask them what they were like in their previous relationship. Not the body count. Ask them what their previous, always ask what the previous relationship was like.
Now, when you find somebody that you really like, boy or girl, that you really like, does it ever work out to sort of try to trap a man or trap a girl by sleeping with them? So you're adding to your body count not because you want an extra number, but because you think this moment of intimacy will let this girl or this guy know that, you know what, this is the person that I want to be with or I should be with.
Well, personally, I don't think sex could keep someone in a relationship.
Really?
Absolutely.
I remember a song that Missy had on one, I can't forget what album it was, and she was like, "Pussy, don't fail me now." And the whole idea of it was, I've met this guy, I like him, and once we have sex tonight, let him know that he has found super pussy and it's not going anywhere. Is the general gist of the song.
It works differently for most people. Some guys will be like, yo, that was
so
good,
you're
I'm
investing
staying.
the body counts for the greater good.
For the greater good, but then again, like I said, it could swing both ways. You know what I mean? A guy could hit him like, yo, that was good, thank you, peace. I'm gone.
Exactly. For women, you know, we get more attached with sex. For men, it's just sometimes it's a one bang, thank you, ma'am, thingy, you know.
I mean, some men do get attached. Some.
Yes. But not in rare cases, because you know why? A man gets attached, but he can still sleep with other women. So, I mean, big deal.
But for me, that's why before you know, we started this topic, I was going to say that it's really important to get to know yourselves first. I think, you know, what most of the time we do it the other way around. We're sexually attracted to each other, bum, 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 we end up in bed, and then we now start to get to know each other. We do it the other way around, and then you start finding that out that, oh, this guy is an ass, this girl is an ass, I don't really, but you've added to your body count already.
So what are the best things that you guys would advise then that people should try to do? Like, are there steps or key pointers that you have for people where this is what you should do before you get into bed with that person? That way you're not increasing your body count. You already are able to whittle out, you know, me and this guy, me and this girl will never work out. And then you find the actual person you should be with.
The thing is, okay, the fact is this. People have different reasons for attractions. Like, some people would be attracted and the sexual chemistry is just so strong that both parties can't help it, to the extent whereby they just can't help but until they do the thing. I do believe that true intentions of an individual will be revealed through conversation. Once there's conversation, you can start to decipher their character, understand what they're like, see who this person is, and then you decide whether you want to do the thing.
That's sound advice too. Thank you very much for joining us this week on Love Lounge. Let's keep the conversation going online. Check us out on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. And if you have any comments or any worries at all, make sure you send us a message and we'll try and connect you with the right counselor to help you. See you again next week on Love Lounge. So how many people have you been with?
I was waiting for that question. I'm a virgin.
A virgin. Joshua's a virgin.
So my name is Joshua.
Yeah.
Joshua. You know Joshua means Jesus, right?
Yeah.
It does.
First of its kind.
Real quick. You heard it correct. But Joshua does mean Jesus. It means God has salvation.
See how we avoided it, right? I think that's what we need to do.
So what about
when
you,
a guy
Erica?
asks, we'll be like, what did you say?
What about you, Erica?
I don't understand what you mean.
Body count. Melu.
It's not my vocabulary.